Hello, this is Bruce from Kraken Gypsies. Today we'll be playing Vi. As you can see, we have her at 2 stars to level 24. In terms of relics that we have equipped, we have 2 Stalker's blades, and we're going up against Galio. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. And if you like what we do, feel free to like and follow us, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us a lot. Anyways, we're going to get right into it. And first, we have a power. As for these powers, we're going to go for reset and get 3 chrono breaks. And now we're up against the Dauntless Vanguard with the power Avenge the Fallen. This is a pretty good hand for us. We're going to keep it. This is my first time going up against Galio, so I don't know what to expect.
I'll write my own story.
We'll drop down the Eager Apprentice first.
I'm on it. A real
And we'll be
arrow.
using Mystic Shot on the Sithra.
So soon. I learned that in class.
Now we'll be using the Patrol Warden.
Citizen.
We'll be attacking with both.
Excuse me?
Since that's impact, it's still going to do damage.
Oh, that's a good one. To the field!
This time we'll be dropping down the Attitude Academic.
Don't worry, I've read all about this.
We'll use Gotcha real quick. Actually, we won't be using Gotcha at this time. We'll drop down the Eager Apprentice.
How can I help?
Taste my steel!
What seems to be the problem? Now I've lost my place.
We're going to try our best to block.
Safety
And now
first.
we'll be using Gotcha on the one that we didn't block.
Take my helmet!
And we're forced to pass. Here we'll drop down the Veteran Investigator.
Minding details is my duty.
Still have his pen.
Shush.
As well as the Patrol Warden.
Just keeping the peace.
Officer Kipple. you
And
never
we'll be
did
attacking
my
with
pen.
all of our
In
units.
pursuit.
This is forcing them to block.
Stand strong!
Face me!
No regrets.
Unseemly!
We'll be using single combat to get rid of the last Dauntless Vanguard.
Take my helmet!
Our ancestors are watching.
Here we'll be playing Vi.
Vi stands for vicious. Justice is served. Boom!
And the only thing they have left is an ephemeral unit.
Remember the fallen.
Well, they have more units now, but that's okay.
I brought my books. Hope that's all right.
Halt!
Tell it to the fists. Nothing but a footnote. You're disrupting
We'll be
my
blocking just like
research.
this.
No!
And we'll wrap this up next turn.
Face meet fist.
First, we'll be using Poro Cannon. We'll discard one of the Trump Bumps. And this gives us an extra unit.
We're going in.
Eat this.
And here we go. They didn't pull anything out of their sleeves, so we win.
And that's a knockout!
Okay, so here, what we'll do is we'll go for suit up. And we go into the support champion. I would like to go for Echo, but with him having this radiant plate armor, I don't think it's really worth it, in my opinion. We'll re-roll, see if we can get something different. Sivir's pretty good for us. Yeah, we'll go with Sivir. And here, I have no preference on what we go up against, personally. I think Vi is strong enough as is. So we'll go for the item chest and go up against the Sneaky Zeebles. We will get rid of the Trump Wump and the Inner Sanctum. This is our defensive round, so that's something for us to keep in mind. We'll drop down the Eager Apprentice.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
And we'll be blocking with it as well.
First. That technique.
Now we'll be using a Poro Cannon. We'll discard one of our suit ups. And we'll be using another Poro Cannon, getting rid of one of our Daring Poros. This gives us a unit advantage for our attacking turn. We are going to drop down the Treasure Seeker.
Gently, gently.
As well as the Veteran Investigator.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
And to finish things up, we'll also drop down Waking Sands. Now we're going to attack with all of our units.
Step lightly.
We were fortunate enough to draw their elusive Startled Stomper. Since it's our defensive turn, we're not going to be using Sivir just yet. Instead, we'll be dropping down one of the Daring Poros. Actually, we'll drop down the Startled Stomper first. We'll use ours to get rid of the Sparkle Fly. And we'll drop down 2 Astute Academics.
Don't worry, I've read all about this. A foray into the field? How exciting!
We'll be attacking with all of our units.
Steady now.
We almost have them beat. We'll drop down a Patrol Warden.
Just keeping the peace.
Officer Kipple, you never did
And
return
we'll
my payment.
replace our Stun Poro for a Daring Poro. The reason why we're doing that is to help Vi level up and get her power faster. I mean, chances are we can win without it, but we'll see. So, we don't have that many elusive units. I partially want to drop down another Poro, but I'll wait.
Oh! Unseemly!
As you can see, we're down to 4 units. This is actually kind of good for us. We're going to pass here, not use any of our mana. And we'll drop down Sivir.
I go where the trouble is. It's never too far.
Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be found.
And you won't believe what we found today.
And this time around, I'll be replacing one of my units with the Patrol Warden.
Backup?
I'm your backup.
Now we'll be attacking with all units. We do have a unit advantage.
I think not.
We are fortunate enough to be able to win this round.
My writing.
Okay, now we're going to go for a Vault Breaker. It's basically free. It's a -2 cost. It's perfect for us. And we'll go for the 1 cost Patrol Warden. Why not? Now we have the healer. We'll be healing to max health since there's no cards that we really want to cut. And now we're up against Zoe with the enemy power Sparky Kiddo. That's hard to pronounce. Whenever the round's over, they create a random 3 or less cost celestial card in the foe's in their hand, and they give it fleeting and reduces cost to 1. This is an okay hand. I don't really use Jump Bump, but we'll use it as fodder for a Poro Cannon. We do start with the attack token here too. We'll drop down Patrol Wardens,
After 'em!
and then the Astute Academic.
Don't worry. I've read all about this. The journey
And then,
is
as we
difficult.
mentioned, we'll be
These
using
will
Poro
protect
Cannon to discard the Trump Bump. And now we'll be attacking with all of our
We're
units.
going in.
Protector, shield me.
Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly!
I'll be using Gotcha to destroy Zoe immediately. And now I'll be dropping down a Daring Poro so they don't attack us with Zeebles. They decided to anyways, which is okay. I'm more than happy losing a Daring Poro to block 5-2. This turn we'll drop down a Daring Poro. And we'll be attacking.
Clear?
Move out!
We're making sure we have 3 mana left, and we plan on clearing the board as well as we can.
Ward it down.
Here we'll use Chrono Break to revive our 2 units and give us rally. And now we'll be attacking again.
In pursuit. You spurn my gift.
And we'll end the round there. We'll be using Gotcha this time to take out Zeebles, which mitigates their spell, and now we'll also be using Veteran Investigator.
When tribe calls, a reply is proper.
Old high horse Harkner.
We don't have anything to block their Trickster. That's okay. We should be pretty well off this turn. We'll drop down Sivir.
Blades, sand, and treasure. Couldn't ask for more. I know what I'm worth. Business as usual.
And now we'll be
We're going
attacking
in.
all their units. We'll be challenging where we can, and we'll go from there. Once again, we do have Chrono Break, so we should be able to win this
This
turn.
is not the way. Be brave.
Unseemly.
Alright, so we're going to use Chrono Break here. And since we have Shadow Totem, that gives us 3 Sivers instead of just 2.
Danger pays.
And we'll be attacking once more, and this should be it for them. They don't have any spell mana. They don't have any mana whatsoever, so... pretty much a done deal.
The real treasure is friendship. That's the gold.
Alright, so in terms of rewards, we'll go for Farsight Alteration on Sivir. Actually, we'll reroll. You might be able to get some better stuff. And we'll reroll again. Okay, we'll go for Black Cleaver on Vi instead. There's nothing really great here. We'll go for Overprepared. And let's see. I actually don't mind Arbiter over the Peak. It's just the gold chest isn't really valuable to me. Unless I'm looking for more powers, and right now I'm doing okay, in my opinion, so. We'll pretty much keep our hand. Well, maybe we'll get rid of Inner Sanctum and suit up. It's kind of weird keeping a Patrol Warden whenever it has a drawn effect. But it's our only real fail-safe for having a unit this turn, so I think keeping it's worthwhile. As mentioned, we'll drop down Patrol Wardens.
Just keeping the peace. Reaching the peak.
And we'll be using the Darkened Lodestone to give it quick attack. Just kidding, it doesn't give quick attack.
We're going in.
I guess I'm too used to playing Kane.
No, please.
Alright, well, our first attack, we took one of their units down. That's okay. Not the worst thing ever. Oh, we do get a free Sivir this turn. However, we don't have a real purpose to use her yet. So we'll drop down Mystic Shot real quick to get rid of the fangs. I don't like having lifesteal to deal with. We'll use Poro Cannon, discard Trump Bump. And now we'll drop down the S2 Academic.
A foray into field? How exciting!
They decided to attack. We'll be blocking with our Patrol Wardens. Since Sivir is normally a 4-cost unit, we'll be using her next next round. And we'll give the Darkened Lodestone to the Daring Poro. And we'll end the round there. Lucky for us, another Sivir was reduced in cost.
I've got a price.
Gems are superb. Bad for the teeth, though.
So this is pretty good for us. What we'll do is we'll drop down a Treasure Seeker.
What's behind the store, you think? Deadly traps, angry guardians, bunch of gold.
Now we'll drop down a Daring. Nope, we won't drop down Daring Poro. We'll use Waking Sense here. Unfortunately, we don't have a chrono break, but that's okay. We'll be attacking with all of our units.
Putting study into practice.
This is going to do quite a lot of damage to them. And that will level up Sivir.
Blood or gold, I always get my share. You'll pay. Cursed relics.
And now we'll drop down Inner Sanctum.
If the dead want their relics back, let them ask.
And Daring Poro. And we'll end the round there.
Strong body, strong
We'll be
mind.
using our Lucky Finds and buffing Sivir. We'll give her Overwhelm. Additional power as well as... Well, she already has quick attack, so there's no point in that. We'll give her more attack. Here. Hey, you know what? Screw it. We'll drop down by.
I'm doing this my way. Coming to save the day. Or wreck it.
This means that they can immediately attack us anyways.
Face me fixed. Oh.
Targon's history is in each stone and star.
And we'll pass here. Well, we have Chrono Break, so this is pretty much guaranteed a free win. We'll use Vi's Vault Breaker here. It doesn't really matter who we use it on. We just want to make sure we have more than 3 mana at the end of the day.
My warrant. Not that I need it.
And that we're using the same Vault Breaker. And one more Vault Breaker. Okay, and now we'll be attacking with all of our units.
Let's test my theorem.
There's no real point in challenging. Pretty sure they'll pick who they block anyways. They decided not to, and they gave us the win.
And that's a knockout.
Here we'll definitely be picking the patrol wardens with Overwhelm. And again, we're going into the gold chest. Nothing too great. Now we have a shop. We have 940 gold. Yeah, nothing really to go for here, really. We don't have any rerolls either, since we already used them. We can go for Sigil of Malice, I suppose. And I suppose Called Shot. Yeah, that's about it. Not that interested in that kind of stuff. We'll go for the Stargazer. I haven't fought against them yet, so I'm kind of curious on how this goes. This time around, we'll be replacing all of our cards that would be cheaper, as well as Vault Breaker. We do have the attack token. That's something to keep in mind. We'll drop down the Patrol Wardens.
Hilltover's finest.
The journey is difficult.
And we'll
These will
attack.
protect you.
Protector, shield me.
Protector. These jewels are more than mere trinkets. Sapphire, gem of our divine patron.
So they silence our patrol wardens. Well, I guess I'll drop down the Astute Academic.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
Halt!
Now I've lost my place.
And we'll be using Gotcha on their Blinded Mystic.
Spirits take me.
We lose both of our units there, but I think it's okay. This turn's our attack turn. We have Sivir. So, we'll be okay.
I know what I'm worth.
Those that fell were never lost.
We'll be using Poro Cannon, and we'll discard the Eager Apprentice. Sure, why not? And now we'll be attacking
It's a living.
just like this.
Danger pays.
You spurned my gift.
Unfortunately, I wasn't really thinking about her having more health than not. They do use spring gifts too.
In service to the Imperial.
I think we're still okay. I think that was just a minor misplay on my.
The point is to return
my
the
part.
stars to the sky, Ely. It's always hard to say goodbye.
We'll drop down a Daring Poro.
Look,
And another one.
I've gathered stars to return. And the one you're hiding behind your back.
Okay, so now they both have elusive. That's something for us to watch out for.
In service to the Imperial.
Nope, just one of them do. We'll drop down the Veteran Investigator.
Observe and learn.
Back to the sky.
And we're pretty much forced to block who we can here.
I'll recite your rights. Unseemly.
We are ready for next turn, though. We'll drop down Vi.
Vi stands for vicious. Oh yeah!
And she'll take out 2 units.
Return.
Oh, they do silence her, though. Oh, nope, they didn't. It's because she isn't a follower, technically. That's pretty cool. We'll drop down the Patrol Wardens. And now we'll attack with both.
Move out.
We'll be using the Patrol Wardens challenge. And I don't really mind who blocks Vi, so it is what it is.
Oh my darkness.
Get wrecked.
They do use Spring Gifts, which empowers their Star Shepherd.
I feel better when you feel better.
Huh?
We'll be dropping down the Veteran Investigator.
Finding details is my duty.
Still have his pen.
Shush. Now they see who
As
I
well as the
truly
Treasure
am.
Seeker.
I saw you, but I did not know you.
Trust your heart.
They say these were from the Protector himself.
We'll be using the Patrol Wardens,
What seems to be the
and
problem?
we'll be blocking
Beg your pardon.
all of their units.
Oh,
We did take some damage here, but I think we'll be okay. We are going to drop down the Waking Sands. They use Spring Gifts there once again.
We're all family here.
And now we'll use Chrono Break. We'll be attacking with all of our units.
Punch it!
We'll be challenging the Star Shepherd.
Protector, shield me!
And we'll be hitting them for 17.
Face meet face!
I left this sheriff.
Get wrecked!
This is again our attack turn. We'll just immediately
Hit 'em where
attack.
it hurts.
We'll use Mystic Shot. We'll use Gotcha. And we won't use Gotcha. Never mind. I take that back.
Boom! Enforcer down.
Alright, so we took some damage there. Nothing too critical. We will go for the Eager Apprentice that has Foresight Alteration. And now we're going into the Honored Lord. We choose a rare item for our champion. We'll go with Foresight Alteration on Sivir. And now we go into the healer. So we're pretty much... we're healed to full health, and now we're up against Viego.
No power in this world can stop me.
Viego has the power Sovereign Domination. Round start, he summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. So here we'll get rid of the Patrol Wardens, Mystic Shot, Inner Sanctum, and Sivir. We get rid of our whole hand. Okay, so we have a lot of cards immediately. We're going to drop down. We'll drop down the Eager Apprentice.
Happy to do whatever's needed.
I am the light beyond life.
And now we'll use Poro. Yeah, we'll use Poro Cannon to get rid of our Trump Bump. That gives us another unit to work with. And we will use Called Shot for now. Since they have the Sovereign Domination, I don't plan on attacking this turn, so we're just going to end it there.
I learned that in class.
Here we'll be using Mystic Shot on the Encroaching Mist, but first we want to drop down a Daring Poro.
Do not fear.
Now we'll use Mystic Shot on it. And since this is the boss itself, we are going to tank this damage. And since this only works on followers,
That's a good one.
it's okay for us to drop Sivir here.
Honor is the rust on a dull blade.
We'll be attacking with Sivir as well
Danger
as
pays.
the Daring Poro.
Accept your fate.
And when they're on there. So they use the Harrowing. That's a really strong Shadow House spell, one of my favorites. Fortunately for us, they don't really use it correctly. So nothing really gets done there. We'll drop down another Daring Poro.
I will find her.
We'll now use Sigil of Malice on their Encroaching Mist. We'll use our Daring Poros to block. And I guess we'll have to eat the 8 damage from Viego. I don't want to lose my Sivir this early. Okay, so here we'll drop down the S2 deck. Yeah, we'll drop down the S2 academic.
A foray into the field? How exciting!
Sorry, I was like thinking there. I'm recording this in real time. We'll drop down by.
Tilted over enforcer on the scene. Coming to save the day. Or wreck it. Boom!
Which just immediately gets rid of Viego.
Blade, sand, and treasure. Couldn't ask for more.
Vi and Sivir both level up from that as well.
Huh?
Oh, they are using Vengeance on her though.
Enforcer down.
But we still have one of our Vi's up. That's okay. They do have a lot of mana left even after doing that. So we'll drop down the Treasure Seeker.
What's behind this door, you think? Deadly traps, angry guardians, bunch of gold.
Oh. That kind of sucks.
Business as usual.
We'll be attacking with all of our units here.
Your ancestors await.
I learned that in class.
This time around, hopefully things will be different. We're dropping down Vi once again.
Here comes the punchline. It's a trap.
That immediately takes out two of them. We'll now use Gotcha, and we will get rid of one of the... Maybe we should get rid of the Soul Shepherd instead. Yeah, we'll do that.
My flock.
They do use Waking Sands. So I'm glad we got rid of the Soul Shepherd, because otherwise that would be stronger than it is. And we will pass. They do have a lot of damage on the field. It's something I have to be careful about.
There's the one.
As long as everyone lives, we'll be okay. And we'll pass once again.
Face meet fist.
Here we'll drop down the Eager Apprentice.
How can I help?
The whole world will
We'll
know
drop down Inner Sanctum.
What are you hiding? Hmm?
This is my anguish made manifest.
And we'll drop down the Veteran Investigator.
What you got, rookie?
Rocky, this mustache is older than your badge.
We'll attack with all of our units here.
Punch it. Danger pays.
And we'll challenge Viego.
Trouble coming at ya. Get wrecked. Wow, did you see that?
Viego got one shot once again.
Unseemly.
And now we'll be using Chrono Break. Mostly for the rally.
I learned that in class.
We'll use Gotcha on their dragon. We'll be attacking with all of our units.
Here's the fun part.
No matter what, they're kind of screwed, but just to amplify how screwed they are,
Not that
we're
I
going to
need
be
it.
using more Vault Breakers on our Sivir, since she isn't blocked. And we'll end it there.
Huh? Wow, did you see that?
And there goes Viego.
Guess who just earned her bonus?
We'll drop Vampiric Scepter. Actually, yeah, we'll drop down Vampiric Scepter on buy. Why not? Now we have a power to choose. We'll choose Hold It. And we'll go into the champion item chest. We'll go up against the Messenger, which has the power Space Doggos. On the round start, they summon the Messenger. If the foe has 3 messengers, they create a fleeting Starbone in their hand. We will be getting rid of Sivir, our Patrol Warden, Suit Up, and we'll keep the Treasure Seeker. This is a really good turn for us, actually. Fantastic turn. In fact, we'll drop down 2 Patrol Seeker,
Off to them.
Patrol Wardens.
Hey, Solari! Got a bit of moon rock for ya!
We'll also use Great Hammers on one of them. And we'll attack with both.
We're going in.
Yeah, that's more like it.
They'll use Falling Comet. Oh, that's unfortunate. That gets rid of our equipment as well. We'll drop down the Astute Academic.
Don't worry, I've read all about this.
Here we'll drop down another Patrol Warden.
Citizen.
They chose not to attack, so that brings us to our round.
Finally, someone cool!
Here we'll drop down Sivir.
Heroes go.
They finally got their Starbone though, so that's something we have to be careful of, I suppose.
Know your path for the mountain chambers.
We do see the health that they have on the Mountain Scryer, so I'm not going to attack with our original copy of Sivir.
Protector, shield me.
You can't stop me! Whatever.
Blood or gold, I always get my
This levels
share.
up our Sivir, which is great for us. And we're forced in around there.
Find your own light.
We'll be using Mystic Shot on their Mountain Scryer. But before we do that, we'll drop down an Eager Apprentice.
I'm on
That
it.
way, in a way, it's free. We'll be dropping down another Eager Apprentice.
How can I help?
And we'll be dropping down the Treasure Seeker.
What's behind this door, you think? Deadly
And one
traps,
around there.
angry guardians, bunch of gold.
As we see, our Vi is ready to be dropped down on the field. And we'll also be able to use our Chrono Break. So that's what we'll do.
One girl wrecking crew. Aw, yeah! Huh?
The mountain speaks.
We'll be able to attack with all of our units here.
Business as usual. Defiance is our way.
We lose one unit here, which is perfectly fine because he'll come back anyways.
Wow, did you see that?
It's a trap. Get wrecked. Silver light.
Here we go. We have Chrono Break. We rally. They use Equinox to silence our patrol wardens, and it's not going to matter.
It's a
And now we attack again.
Do not
And that
stray.
will be that for the messenger.
Oh, that's a good one.
They got what they paid for.
We'll go for Mage's Handbook on Mystic Shot, I suppose. Either of the options were fine. Well, Y already has Overwhelm. So we can give Overwhelm to Sivir, and that gives it to everyone else. We're definitely going to go for the shop. We have 1,310 gold. The Inner Sanctum already costs 0 with Reputation. So I guess we'll go for Memory Game. There really isn't anything else. Unfortunately, this is like the last node that we can actually do anything with. I guess we'll go for Inner Sanctum just because it'll be free. I do and don't want to go for Production Surge. I think it's going to be like a wasted card draw in a way. Most of our cards already have Challenger, I feel, so I don't need that either. Zenith Blade's okay. Yeah, we're just going to stick to this. And we have 2 more nodes to go up against. Either Dawn Speakers or Nightfall, someone an exact copy of me. With it being the Evershade Stalker, I don't feel like going up against unit spam, so we'll take on the Dawn Speakers. We'll get rid of the Patrol Warden, and we'll keep everything else. We'll drop down the Patrol Warden.
Just keeping the peace.
And we'll drop down the Astute Academic.
I've brought my books. Hope that's all right.
We'll attack with just the Patrol Warden.
In pursuit.
Lucky for us, they blocked with the card that I wanted to destroy. We're not going to use our Inner Sanctum on that turn because it's not our offensive turn, but we will drop it this turn.
Remember the fallen.
There's no point in us dropping it immediately, though. So there's that. We'll drop down another Astute Academic.
I've read all about this.
They do have more units than us, so that's something to keep in mind. We'll drop down an Eager Apprentice, which buffs both of our Astute Academics.
As Demacia wills.
And that also lets us use Gotcha on the 3/3 that's in their back line. We'll be using our
You're
weaker Astute
disrupting my
Academic
research.
and the Eager Apprentice to block.
Injustice. No.
Now we'll be dropping down our Inner Sanctum before we forget. And we'll end around there. Unfortunately, the Origami Slicer is really useless for us. There's no real way of us using it aside from dropping down Chump Bump, which we don't really want to. So
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
we drop down our Sivir, and we drop down another Inner Sanctum.
What are you hiding?
Now we'll use Lucky Finds on our permanent Sivir. She already has Quick Attack. We'll give her more power. And we'll use Lucky Find once again on her. We'll use Challenger since she already has Spell Shield and Quick Attack. This lets us use Mystic Shot now. We'll be using Mystic Shot on I kind of want to use it on the Grizzled Ranger, but I also feel like that's a waste. We'll use it. Well, if I use on him, he has Spell Shield. That's also a waste. Damn it. Yeah, I guess we'll use on the Grizzled Ranger. And now we'll attack.
Putting study into practice.
We'll make sure we challenge using Sivir so she doesn't get beat up. And we'll attack similar to this, not exactly. We want our main Sivir as the last unit.
Keep hope alive!
My rising.
You'll pay. Blade, sand, and treasure. Couldn't ask for more.
Our Sivir finally levels up. And we'll end the run there.
Be strong! These are dark times.
They use Succession. And we'll drop down Vi.
Vi stands for violence.
Today we turn the tide.
We'll
of
now
war.
use Lucky Find because why not? We'll give Sivir Tough. We'll now give Sivir Fearsome. And finally, we'll give Sivir things that she already has. Or we'll go for Tough. Why not? And now we'll use Mystic Shot on any other units. Doesn't really matter. And we'll pass. They decided to attack us. Well,
Come on. Here's your.
no matter what, we kind of take damage here.
What
I
seems
suppose
to be
we'll
the
use the
problem?
Patrol Wardens to block. This way they only have one unit for next turn.
Aw, yeah! Injustice. Boom!
Okay, and with their only unit stunned, we'll be attacking here.
It's a living.
And we will be using Vault Breaker
You've
on
done it
both
this
of our
time.
units. If things don't go right, next turn we'll be using Chrono Break and finishing off whatever. But there's no retaliation from them here, so.
The real treasure is friendship. That's the gold.
Okay. We'll go for Invoke on Mystic Shot. And we go to the healer. We'll heal our 2 health. We are sitting on a lot of gold. We're sitting on a revive, and we're ready to take on Galio.
Time to make an impact!
So, this is my first time against this, like I've said before. We'll read off the enemy powers before we start. They have, Galio has pick on someone my size. At the end of the round, when they have 20 plus total health, the foe summons Galio if they don't have him, and they grant allied champions Spell Shield. Then they also have Death in Range. Their damage and kill spells cost 2 less. We will be replacing Sivir here, and we'll be keeping everyone else. They start with 4 spell mana. That's incredible.
You could say I got a life wish.
And they immediately drop down Senna. Oh. Oh. We'll drop down the Eager Apprentice.
I'm on it.
Now we'll use the Darkened Bloodletters on the Eager Apprentice.
Eyes forward.
We'll block, and we'll use a Mystic Shot on their Petricite Hound, which reduces its damage. We'll go for the Trickster. Now we'll use Inner Sanctum. Unfortunately, it's going to be wasted for the most part, because we're going to have too many cards in our hand. But I think it does help with Vi, so there's that. Oh, and we lost a Patrol Warden too. Damn. We'll drop down the Astute Academic here.
Don't worry.
I kind of just need to get rid of cards, truthfully. We'll use Mystic Shot on their Hound once again, and we'll invoke Moonsilver. They use Darkness, unfortunately, to get rid of our Dark Enthrall.
Concentrated forgiveness.
He's too servant.
We'll use Moonsilver to reduce the cost of the Treasure Seeker. We'll drop down the Treasure Seeker.
Quick hands make quick work.
Now we'll drop down Inner Sanctum.
How are those lizard claws at digging, Dabu?
And we'll attack with both of our units, why not?
Test my theorem.
We take one with us at least.
Can a spirit fight to the death? Thinking I'll learn soon.
We'll drop down Sivir, even though it's not our attack turn.
Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be found.
We'll be using both of the
Here's your
Sivirs to
cut.
block.
Good one.
And now we'll use our Lucky Find to buff our Astute Academic. And we're forced to pass here. We'll drop down Sivir once more.
I know what I'm worth.
And we'll be attacking with all three of our units here.
Just as I hypothesized.
Blade, sand, and treasure. Couldn't ask for more.
And we'll end the round there. They are trying to kill Sivir here, which is okay. So I'm going to drop down Sivir.
Nothing's lost. It's just waiting to be found.
Now I'm going to use Chrono Break to rally. And this is going to give me 4 Sivirs. As well as a Chrono Break next turn.
You'll pay.
We'll drop down Inner Sanctum. Actually, no, we're just going to straight up attack.
Just as I hypothesized.
And Galio pretty much hasn't been able to do anything this whole match, which nets us the victory.
The real treasure is friendship.
And we beat Galio on our first time with Vi. And the first time in general. That's a lot of champion XP. We got an S rank. Completion time of 48 minutes. That again is going to be our fastest time. We almost had near perfect health. We still had our revive left, and we had a lot of gold. Alright, thank you all for watching. This is Bruce from Kraken Gypsies once again. I'll be signing out. If you like what we do, feel free to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and check us out on Twitch. Links in the description below. Alright, take care everyone, stay Kraken.